Seth Wickersham, Don Van Natta, Jeremy Fowler on Bill Belichick's coaching search. We all thought the Falcons were going to be Bill's landing spot, right? But Robert Kraft may have torpedoed it. A source quoted the Belichick source, double-sourced, as saying Robert Kraft called Arthur Blank to warn him not to trust Bill Belichick. Kraft made clear to Blank that, quote, you'll never have a warm conversation with him.
Well, same with me and Watt.
I'm friendly. Blank likes coaches who feel part of a family, a Falcons source said, and it was.
So I just want to point out real fast, and I'm going to let this clip play, but to me, the most damning thing about this whole thing is to not trust Bill Belichick. Now, there's one thing if you want to say, hey, you're not going to have a warm conversation with him. He's bad. You can warn him, about, Bill Belichick's, personality, behavior, this or that. But to say don't trust him, that to me is massive. Because trust is like, right? We all know this from like family, relationships, friends. Trust is everything. You can't have a relationship or friendship, any type of interaction with someone if there's not trust, a fundamental level of trust. So the fact that he called and warned him and specifically said trust, that is actually pretty devastating.
Wasn't going to be that way with Bill. Well, there you have it.
Wow. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
There's a lot of gall from Robert Kraft here. From the documentary to now, calling around, just warning you. Robert Kraft doesn't have the most sparkling, resume himself.
He doesn't.
And when I am listing credit for the Patriot dynasty, that yes, Tom needs to be first, and Bill needs to be second, and then the plaque needs to end. The idea he had the foresight to hire. Give me a break. So I now, Wilds, if I had the olive branch on me, and I mean it sincerely, I think you have a legitimate opportunity. If on Thursday, they don't draft Jaden, I don't see anything tying into this team anymore.
No, that's not.
The owner has disrespected the coach. The coach kicked out the quarterback. They're going to draft a quarterback that you have been. I walk into your office and you're like, I'm trying to get on board with J.J. McCarthy. I don't know if I can do it. Buddy, you're allowed to be a team free agent.
Born into it.
This is mortifying.
I added the Chiefs. I might add the Chargers.
And it's backstabbing. And it's dirty pool.
I don't know about. Can I?
Go ahead.
I'll just throw this to you. They're friends. Robert Kraft and Arthur Blank are friends. And this is the most optimistic pro-Robert Kraft argument there is. If he's like, hey, what do you think about this? I think your friend is allowed to say, you know what? He's not your type of guy, Arthur.
But he said you don't it'd be one thing to say not have a warm conversation, that's it. You can't trust him. Wilds, if because of working with you, my net worth went up $5 billion and I was considered for the Hall of Fame of Broadcasting, and then you were looking for a job because I forced you out, and I was like, listen, that guy's a pain in the ass, let me tell you. I'm a bad guy.
I got to be honest, I'm with Wilds. The story said that Robert Kraft is Arthur Blank's closest friend among the owners. Mm-hmm. So if you're a close friend and the guy's like, look, we look like we go Belichick, what do you think? I mean, I kind of owe it to my friend to be like, you can't trust him. And look, Belichick, arguably the GOAT. I don't take anything away from him for what he did with Brady, even though he hadn't done anything without Brady. But Belichick, the cheating scandals, when somebody cheats, you can't trust them.
But he knew. No, it's not like Arthur Blank didn't know that those scandals happened.
No, but I'm just saying when Kraft says you can't trust him, we have seen things happen with Belichick. Not only the cheating scandals, but also all the plethora of players he sent away from New England after they helped him win a Super Bowl.
So this, to me, is what's the weirdest thing about this whole situation is, because I agree that it's okay to be honest to your friends, right? Especially if these are your close friends. Although the key word was that they were the closest among owners. So that could mean anything. He could not have a good relationship with anyone, right? He could hate every single owner, but just kind of likes on one of the other owners, and then therefore they are the closest, that's his closest friendship. It doesn't mean that they're all warm and fuzzy and actually have some sort of, true, deep friendship. But let's just say that they do. Let's just say that they are incredibly close friends and they have a lot of respect and trust between each other. Then yes, I think it's totally fair game, to be honest, to say, hey, man, I would not trust Bill, yada, 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 and give him all the details, all the dirty details, everything. But this leaked. That's the issue. That's where it's wrong. Now, in Nick Wright's example of Wilds, of saying Wilds helped him become super successful and all this, and now, he forced Wilds out. If he really believed that Wilds was just not that good of a person, and now his best friend, Brew, was gonna hire Wilds, and Nick was like, listen, man, obviously he's really great and all of this, but like I just don't trust him. I do not trust him. This is why, yes, he helped me be really successful. Yes, he won all these things and did all these, but like you can't trust him. He's lied to me a lot. This, that, and the third. There's nothing wrong with that situation, but it is kind of crazy to let it get leaked out. Who leaked it? And Colin Cowherd's theory is always, if something gets leaked, it's because they want it to be leaked. So either Kraft or, anyone else wanted it to be leaked. And my guess is it would probably maybe be Robert Kraft. So there just might be more going on than even we know. There might be significantly more bad blood. I mean, just the sheer fact that Belichick wasn't offered the chance to break the record in coaching in a New England Patriots, obviously he's not wearing a uniform, but, he's obviously the New England coach, because that's something that will then be highlighted forever. It would be this big, epic, massive moment. All-time winningest coach in history in New England, the New England Patriots, that uniform, that'll be so iconic. They'll show Bill Belichick going like this, and they show Tom Brady holding the trophy, right? Like that goes hand in hand. It really solidifies the Patriots forever. And he wasn't even willing to give that to Bill Belichick, to give that opportunity to say, all right, you got one more year, you got 2 more years. Since you've done so much for me, I'm going to let you at least break this record. And unless you really right the ship, we're going to move on. So it's interesting. But also these guys who are billionaires, who are owners, who own other companies, other billion-dollar companies, they're ruthless. They're cutthroat. These are not people that became successful by singing Kumbaya to each other. These guys aren't working for nonprofits. These are cutthroat, ruthless people. Unless you just get incredibly lucky, it is not possible to become as successful as them and not step over people, not be completely ruthless. So, it could also just be Kraft just being ruthless, just being like, you know what? And I think I said this the other day, you're the head coach. You're the GOAT coach. I own you. I'm literally the owner. I can hire you. I can fire you. I can do whatever I want. Yeah, I'm an old guy. I seem nice. I got the gray hair. I got that grandfather energy. I'm not controversial. I don't make crazy statements like Jerry Jones, although he obviously did have that controversial moment with the I'm not going to get into the details because I don't want to, get any type of flags on this video or channel, but, controversy. But besides that one thing, which obviously was an issue, I don't want to downplay it, but besides that, he seems, like a stereotypical grandpa type guy. And yet, there's probably a lot more to him than any of us really, truly understand, because you just can't be that successful in life and not be that way. Unless you just got so lucky and invested in Apple in 1993 and it just got super, and it just went through the roof or something. But none of these guys that truly are the billionaires of the world are just these, gee golly, nice, wholesome, I just want to see the world be a better place. They're ruthless. They're cutthroat. And clearly we see that with Bill Belichick. It's see ya bye. And you know what? You're trying to get another job? Well, not over here, you're not. Nope. To say you can't trust him, that is a very, very strong statement. And anyone who knows whether you're trying to get a job or you've been in a position to hire someone knows that is a death sentence. You can't trust them. No person's going to hire someone where they are told you can't trust that guy. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to work with someone that you just fundamentally can't trust. But those are just my thoughts. I would absolutely love to hear yours. What do you think about the report? Between Robert Kraft influencing the Falcons to not hire Bill Belichick and the whole can't trust Bill. Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I would absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.